Hi everybody, namaste to you all. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're being in that state that fits you best. Today I want to speak about dealing with depression or dealing with anxiety or dealing with low vibrational moments and states of consciousness. And I have been depressed myself. I know what it feels like to go through hell, especially in the spiritual journey. And if you're going through depression, if you're going through rough moments, know that everything will actually work out in the end. Okay, it will work out, and in the darkness you actually understand what the light is. Okay, so there is this duality. Okay, there is the principle of polarity, and everything is dual in the universe. And there is light and there is dark, there is positive and there is negative. And so many of us, the ones that we're going through depression, we're only seeking the positive, we're only seeking the light, we're only seeking positive feelings. But what I've learned in my own journey was the fact that sometimes it was also about experiencing the darkness. So the first step, if you're going through depression, is allow yourself to experience the darkness. Allow yourself to experience whatever you are experiencing. That bad feeling will actually make you stronger. That bad feeling will actually make you wiser. Okay? So the first tip is allow yourself to feel the darkness. Allow yourself to feel the darkness. Allow yourself to feel the pain, the depression, the hell. Allow yourself to feel everything. Because you cannot see the light without the darkness. So you need darkness, maybe sometimes you need rough moments in life in order to actually get the wake-up call, in order to become more mature, in order to become more self-disciplined, in order to become who you really are. Okay, so I've seen in my own journey that the rough moments and the rough experiences, they have actually taught me to really find that maturity. They have taught me to find that strength, that wisdom, that power. Okay, so realize that if you are going through depression, it's okay to experience what you are experiencing, because it's hard, but it's happening on a purpose. And when you realize that it's happening with a higher purpose, you actually release the resistance. Okay, so when you realize that your pain and your suffering are happening with a higher purpose, you are releasing the resistance. So there is a beautiful saying that says that everything that is happening exactly as it is meant to happen. It means that wherever you are finding yourself right now is actually the right place to be into. So my suggestion is go deeper into it. Go deeper into it and go in that way that you will actually get to extract the gift of your pain. Because pain builds character, and this is actually true. Pain does build character. And you have to also learn to deal with negative feelings, because what I've seen in my own journey was the fact that, especially in my spiritual journey, was the fact that it was a need for shadow work. Okay, it was a need for me to really learn to also accept negative feelings and fear and negative feelings, because guys, you cannot experience the positive feeling without learning about a negative feeling. And trust me, a negative feeling shows you a lot about yourself. A negative feeling shows you a lot about yourself. So it's all about learning to master the inner world, because when you master yourself from the inside out, you get to actually be in a more advanced state of consciousness. So many of us were living in ignorance, and we are living unconsciously. We are living unconsciously. But what I've seen is the fact that depression actually gives me the opportunity to become more conscious. Okay, depression gives me the opportunity to become more conscious. Depression allows me to get to master my feelings. Depression allows me to get to master my darkness. And there's a beautiful saying that says that in your darkest moments you become illuminated. So the dark night of the soul is happening because you need to experience it. You need to experience this, because there is always a beautiful gift in the pain. There is always a beautiful gift in the pain. There is always a beautiful gift in the dark. Okay, there is beauty in the darkness. the stars can only shine in the darkness. Okay, so if you are feeling depressed and if you are feeling confused, realize that your emotional body and your feelings will get more mature with time passing by. Your feelings will get more in alignment with moments passing by. So it's about learning to have the patience necessary. Learning to have the patience necessary. Learning to really get to master your self-expression. Get to master your state of consciousness. Get to master what you are feeling right here, right now. Okay? So my suggestion is, don't freak out. If you are feeling depressed and if you are feeling in a crisis maybe, my suggestion is don't freak out and realize that the secret is within yourself. It has always been there. I really love this saying, and I think that this is actually one of the most powerful sayings ever. The secret is within. And you know, I've seen that in my own journey. I've tried to look outside of myself. I've tried to find the solutions to my problems outside of myself. But what I didn't realize was the fact that everything that I needed to deal with was in my own mind, okay, was with my own perception. Because how you perceive a thing, you receive a thing. So my question to you is, guys, how do you perceive your depression? How do you perceive your negative feelings? How do you perceive the circumstances in your life? Because when you change your mind, you change your world. And even myself, even lately, I've been feeling a bit low. I have been feeling a bit not so creative. I felt a bit uncreative. But what I've seen is the fact that if I want to heal my depression, and if I want to heal my low states of consciousness, I gotta accept myself. You know, I gotta accept myself and I gotta love myself. So many of us, we have forgotten to love ourselves. You know, so many of us, we have forgotten to love ourselves. But when we make a different relationship with our own selves, we realize that we gotta love ourselves, guys. Okay, we gotta love ourselves. We gotta give ourselves the time, freedom, and space necessary to evolve. Okay, so my suggestion is, if you're finding yourself in suffering and if you are finding yourself in depression or pain, realize that it's happening for you. It's happening with higher purpose. And you know, you cannot see the light without the darkness. You need to do the shadow work. You need to do the dirty work, you know. So you will get there, you know, in the end you will get there. And maybe you are already there, you know, because there isn't even a need to seek something. There is only a need to integrate yourself. There is only a need to accept more, you know. So with acceptance, you get to transform things, because what you accept will be integrated, okay? What you accept will no longer have power over you, okay? So ask yourself, why do I give this circumstance so much power? Why do I give certain circumstances so much power? Because what you give your power to will actually control you. So my suggestion is if there is something happening in your life, change your perception about that thing, because that will get to actually transform you. And you know, when you change your mind, you also give the power for the circumstance to change as well. So it's all happening in relationship with your inner world, okay? So realize that, you know, you're not perfect and you're a human being. And if you're going through depression, realize that it may be something natural. You know, because I believe that we're also designed to suffer sometimes. We're also designed to learn to master the darkness, the fear, the negative feeling. We're designed to be more complete, because what is more important than always being positive is actually being complete. So my suggestion is, get to integrate your darkness. Get to integrate your low state of consciousness. Get to integrate yourself and get to express yourself. If you're sad, be sad. If you're depressed, be depressed. If you're feeling a negative feeling, allow yourself to feel it. But my suggestion is, don't stay there for too long. You know, integrate it, accept it, express it, but also give yourself the power to actually change it, because that is alchemy, you know. So how do we change it? Well, we accept it and we get to express something different into the world. That is how to use alchemy. You know, you always have the power to change the circumstances, but they need to be acknowledged, they need to be accepted, and they need to be integrated, you know. So yeah, guys, I've been through a lot of rough moments in my life, but what I'm realizing is the fact that they only made me stronger. And you know, in those moments I realized that I had to respect myself, I had to love myself, I had to embrace my pain and suffering, I had to learn from certain experiences, I had to listen to myself in essence, you know. So yeah, depressed may also mean depressed. So when you are depressed, you may be resting at a deep level. You know, you may be resting at a soul level, you may be resting and you may be healing at a different level. So my suggestion is accept what is, let go of what was, and trust what will be. You are on a purpose, guys, and trust me, nothing is happening by accident in your life. Okay, there are no accidents in the universe. Everything that is happening with higher purpose. And when you get to master your inner world, you will get to understand this purpose, and you will get to actually express something that is in alignment with this purpose. Okay, so this is today's message about how to deal with depression or with anxiety or with your darkness. It has to be accepted, guys. Okay, it has to be accepted, and it's all happening in relationship with your inner world. As within, so without. This is the principle of correspondence. Change your inner world and you will see magic happen. Accept what is, let go of what was, and trust what will be. I love you so much, guys. Much peace, and like always, see you on what is coming up next. Me myself, I have felt a bit depressed lately, but I'm realizing that that is actually okay, you know, because we're learning from the darkness. There's also beauty in the dark. There's also beauty in your pain. I love you so much, much peace, and see you on what is coming up next. Namaste to you all, and see ya.